All right, got an email from a field agent in the field. T-rash sighting experience. He's a buddy with T-rash. And I'm going to keep pointing out, if you guys want to get the girls, go to the gym. Don't go to college, go to the gym. And we kind of lightly tease about the stereotype of T-rash. You know, this jack dude, it doesn't have to actually be black with his hat on backwards, but anyone who's just a jack dude isn't exactly getting his CPA or MBA, probably doesn't own a home, might have a criminal record, and then all you dopey guys, well, hey, Sharks Willikers, howdy, how come I can't get the girls? I was a Boy Scout, and I became an Eagle Scout. I'm like, look at the evidence. Look at the evidence. And I did a pretty more serious video on T-rash where it's like, okay, they're from a hardened background. They're jacked, not even necessarily because they go to the gym, probably do go to the gym. You can't really get bodies like that without going to the gym, but you're fighting all the time. Your T levels are up. You're under constant stress. And there's a drawback. It's not like, oh yeah, all these girls just show up at your place. You're poor. You're probably running into criminals, probably have to resort to crime yourself, not providing excuses. I'm just saying, you're not like, say, Chaz, let's go to Sidwell and Friends with our rich parents, huh? We're from Winnetka, hey? Why, goodness, let's go down to the sarsaparilla store, get ourselves a soda. That'll be swell. And sure, they kind of forced become men in pretty tough environments pretty early on. And then they're kind of jacked. And then you guys are wondering why these guys make off with the women. So here we go. Cappy, I went fishing with a guy and didn't think anything of him besides that being anonymous. I don't want to mention this guy's name. We'll keep it anonymous. Oh, let's call him Frank. T-rash wouldn't go by Frank. That aside from that, Frank being a generous guy who invited me out, we stopped at a 7-Eleven for coffee, and the way he talked to the girl working there was game that would impress Troy Francis. She then looked at him with those F me eyes. I didn't realize until then my new fishing buddy is a handsome guy as well. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, that happens. Oh, man, this guy's a cool guy. Little did you know you were hanging out with the T-rash. I see who you were so close to greatness and you didn't know. But that's good. That shows you the friendship is sincere. But more serious note, yeah, it's not like, oh, that's a handsome guy. I guess. Does he play poker good? I don't know. Nice motor to say, oh, you're a handsome fellow too. Nody is mid-30s. I'm my early 20s. We then went fishing, and he was talking about how he has all these MILFs coming to vacation in our town and was showing me their dating app convos. He then dropped the T-rash quote, "This one had a bunch of money, and she hasn't stopped texting since she came last year. She's so into me, I think I'll get her to help with my boat payment or child support." You go, T-rash. We are, how I was thinking about we'd get like jerseys. Oh, I mock men for spending $200, $300 to wear another man's jersey in the sports bowl team. And I was going to get like jerseys that, like the Rapid City. I can't say it because YouTube is just so anti-fun. The Rapid City rhymes with Bergs, starts with SP. I just have clarity. But it'd have that like, baseball, football calligraphy, that font style, and we'd sell them. Why not we have to think, the Memphis T-rashes, they can, I also wondered that too. I'm like, how can these girls get with a guy they got to pay the rent for? There are these guys that get their rent paid for. They get these girls to buy him food. Like, how the hell? And you're some dopey idiot guy supporting yourself, going to college for a hard thing, working your part-time job, and he's this guy getting free food, clothing, shelter, and sex. Like, what has he got there? He's got six-pack abs. Probably got in a fight at a bar. Same reason, like what? There was that guy in Scotland, posted a picture of him with a bloody nose. He says, I tried to stop this guy from assaulting his girlfriend but he hit me and she left with him anyway. And you're like, that doesn't make sense. It does if you understand T-rash and what women really want. They obviously do not want to be abused. I am not saying that. But they will gladly take an abusive guy who is hot and takes him for the money. Not advocating that men abuse either. You could get free rent. I see no moral problems with that, though. You could get a girl to give you a boat payment and buy for things and fly out. Okay, that's okay. I draw the line at abuse, of course. But that's how much they like T-rash. Oh, they'll complain. I pay his rent. No more deadbeats. You'll go back to him, girls. You will. Because he's T-rash. He's the guy. And then we got some of you guys out there where you're like, well, I got the six-pack abs, but secretly you're an engineering major or you're a lieutenant at the Air National Guard or something. Like, don't tell her that. No, you have a criminal record, sir. Don't. Oh, I got the tattoos. I look the part, and we've had that debate before. Like, can you fake being T-rash? You really can't. But that guy is from that background. And if you guys are friends, you're already fishing buddies, you got to ask him about. I would love to hear about his background. Like, how did you get to that point? How did you get it that the girls just give you money? I mean, I'm not even saying that's a moral, like, how do you get over that morally? I'm all for it. Well, you want to give me money? Okay. How'd you get there? And he might have some insights. But as I guessed perhaps before, it's probably very natural. They probably are unaware. I bet you it's a completely natural, unconscious thing, all instinct. But you have got to talk to him and find out. And then for all you the genuine T-rashes out there, you guys, one of you has got to write a book. You have to write a book. It would be, if you don't know how, I don't mean that you don't know how to write. If you don't know how to publish, like through Amazon or exactly, I will help you for a percentage. But it is not only would it be a good story, an intellectually interesting story, and it would serve men so much. You'd be doing so good to see a behind the scenes with the T-rash, or we could get a group of T-rashes. All right, and I'd have to start setting requirements. Like, you would have to, like, one of the requirements is you would have to get a woman in your past, not always, but someone in your past, you would have had to convince a woman to pay for your rent or pay for a car payment or help you with a child support payment. You'd have to be one of those guys. You can't just be like, oh, yeah, I got six-pack abs and I got a DWI. That's not going to cut it. I need it where these women are being driven nuts by you because you just don't care because you're more concerned about survival. But man, did you laid down some pipe with them and they're just addicted to the big D that they will throw you like, yeah, they'll help you with a boat payment. He said this in a genuine, serious manner, as if he has done this before. He has. If he's got the receipts with the exchanges, you got to ask him, like, hey, you got to tell me, how do you? He may not be even aware that he's part of this prestigious club, this exclusive club known as the T-rashes. They don't. I don't think that. It's like they got more important stuff going on. Although he sounds like he's got it dialed in. He's going fishing, got a boat payment. My jaw instantly dropped as I realized that although I'm easily in the top 5%, it's the T-rashes who are operating in their own league. Yes, they are. I mean, you could be a good-looking guy, but I don't know. To get women to pay for rent and things and payments, that's a whole other league, man. That's a whole other league of dicking down. That you got tip your hat to that one. And as far as I'm concerned, they could keep their BMs, boat payments, parole, and child support. They could keep their BMs. What's a BM? If maybe, if they read Bachelor Pad Economics, I'm not joking. If you could pull off free rent and like a boat payment or car payment or tuition, like, okay, guys, let's say you're disadvantaged. It doesn't have to be black community. Obviously, T-rash doesn't have to be black. That's just a stereotype. You're this poor t-rash, and you don't want to live that life anymore. Oh, God gave you a blessing. He gave you a gift. It's called your dick. All right. And if that dick is that magical, you could go and get women to pay you rent. It's an easy sell. Say, I want to improve myself and make myself better. Then they're going to view you as a project. Like, I'm going to change him. I will tame him. And like, I need tuition paid for. And then you go and you start a degree in accounting, engineering, or trade school or something that actually pays, and you're out. Now you're out of that lifestyle. Now, don't give up your t-rash skills and abilities and God's greatest gift. But if you can hoodwink women to pay for a boat payment, you can easily get them to pay for tuition, because then they're like, oh my God, I'm helping the poor people. So we salute you, T-Rash. We know you're out there. Good luck to you, sirs. But to the guy that sent this in, you gotta talk to him. You gotta talk to him and find out. Ask him. I'd love to hear about it. I don't know if he'd be willing to come on the show, but why don't you go do some verification? Make sure he is indeed T-Rash, like he's done this before. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear it. All right, let's go to super chats. We got a couple here. Dung is fun. $5. When I was 24 in really good shape, I had a sugar mama for a year. Good for you. But now, Dung, did you come from like poverty and like you would just push your way because you had that? That's at least my theory is these guys on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, they could get sex anytime because they're that good looking. They need to find a place to live, or they got somebody gunning after them, or this is just not a nice. Their home life is not stable. Were you down in that kind of other lower Maslow's hierarchy of needs kind of problems? I did have a gal who was a little bit too old, who, if I was paying more attention when I was younger, I could have had a sugar mama. And she wasn't good looking enough. She was in shape. She's just too old, but she was an investment banker and had lots of money. And I'll make it myself. No, take some pills, have sex with the woman, walk away with 30 grand, have a down payment on the house. No, I'm going to prove to myself. No, guys, just take the money and run. Just take the money and run. Be strong, $2. What do you like to eat at Taco Bell? I don't know. Their regular beef taco, soft shell is the best. This just, it's kind of gone downhill. I mean, not that much, but it's just kind of like, all right. I guess my treat now is Sonic. I really like Sonic. Their double bacon cheeseburger with the jalapenos. That's the best, man. That's the best. Problem is because I've been doing this intermittent fasting thing. I don't eat until at the earliest 1 p.m. My stomach has been getting smaller. That's why I trimmed him in the face. I also do a ton of hiking and working on a house and everything. Go back 2 years. Look at my videos when I was over in the apartment back in Minnesota. And I'm like, oh man, I'm the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man over there. Now I got the trimmed runner's face going on. So when I first came out here and had to work and all that, and I could put down the tater tots, the double bacon cheeseburger with jalapenos, and a medium chocolate shape with the mini M&Ms. Otherwise, it doesn't count. I'd be fine. And just yesterday, I was in town. There's a place called Mount Mary Cookies in downtown Rapid City. Atham, look it up. I've had these cookies before. It's a good sized cookie, but it's not absurdly large. It's got chocolate chips in it. The Halloween color. I'm like, oh, that makes it better. And I was like, oh, wasn't nauseous, but like that was too much. And so yeah, I can't even have the full bacon double cheeseburger. I'll definitely skip the tater tots. I'll get like either the shake or I'll take the burger. Even the burger, I'll cut it in half and eat it. But man, that intermittent fasting, that is a godsend. Because then your stomach will shrink and you won't want to eat as much. Still kicking around that Fank Camp idea. Colin K, 10 generous dollars. Since you mentioned Memphis, in the warehouses I used to manage out there, several of the alphas would get hand stuff on break number 1. Oh, hand jobs on break number 1, BJ on break number 2, and have a third girl drive them home. Look, all the effort that goes in, that you guys as a sex, as an entire half of the population, all the effort you guys put into the pursuit of the opposite sex, which ruins your lives in many instances, especially if you get divorced or all that other stuff. If these guys are working at a warehouse, it obviously tells you it isn't, oh, I have to have a master's degree. And I mean, yeah, girls are going to take that, but they're not lining up to give you a Thursday afternoon blowjob. I'm not even joking. To any T-rash listening, there is a job, or not a job, there is a book opportunity. If you want to, are willing to write it, or have me help you write it, again, for a percentage, no joke, there's a magic there. There's a mystique. There's a story. What's sad, there's an expose as to what really gets women hot and bothered, and it's there, and you guys got it. Ron Suarez, our other Latino agent in the field, $2. Hey, speaking, where the hell has Alex been? Anyone know where Alex has been? $2. Now I know why I have half siblings. Yeah, your dad was probably T-rash. If you have half siblings, look, your dad is your dad. Like he's that guy that's been here ever since forever. You know, go look at him. Look at him when he was young. Look at him when he was conceiving you. Find some pictures of when your mom was banging him. Be like, oh, dang, dad's a good-looking dude. Not does he have a job. Girls don't care about that. Yep. You got half siblings. Somebody effed up. Nonstop Dre, $3.60. $2. Cappy serving food is soapy pancakes from IHOP. I like the soaked in maple syrup pancakes with chocolate chips and tons of butter on those pancakes. And there is an IHOP up in Rapid City. Problem is you never know if they're open. Oh, they got an open sign. It's on when they're not open. It's off when they're open. You never know. I mean, you know, the restaurateur of America. Maybe that's... Write that down. There's got to be a restaurant association. Yeah, IHOP's the best, man. Chocolate chip pancakes soaked in maple syrup with tons of butter. Oh, and you want to talk about being sick for the next 2 hours? You're not running up no hills, but it's worth it. Oh, it's so worth it. The Blue Wrench. I get your book around here somewhere, Doc. The Velocity of Information. I got it. It's not in this pile. No, that's not it. I got it somewhere here. Check out safetyphd.com. I missed a super chat, did I? Memphis. Taco Bell. Oh, here, Jenkins. Sorry. Jenkins, 350. About 350 euros. Where did you meet your current unicorn girlfriend? She was in my dance class. I was teaching dance class and she was there. And I was really interested in her friend. But her friend was literally one of the worst people ever, which was quickly ascertained relatively early on. And then the GF kind of, I guess, had a crush on me. And hold on, sit down, girls. Everyone get their sitting down chairs. Girls get your fainting couches. The girl started losing weight and she started cooking for me and treated me nice. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, girls, and I know that's some very unconventional, advanced, complex thinking. But one of these days, it'll be a 40-episode series. It'll be a playlist on being nice. That right there is going to take a long time for you girls to figure out. You know, cooking good food and losing weight. These are all advanced concepts that I know the average Western women they're not going to get. Wait, be nice? Well, what's that? Well, you know how to be mean? Oh, I'm really good at that. Yeah. Watch me. I believe you. Well, see, imagine the opposite of that. What would that be? You would, instead of causing harm, you would cause joy. Or you would make the guy want to hang. Oh, and then I know. Okay, now at first I know it sounds a foreign concept. It probably it's revolting to you, or your revulsion, or you it goes against every fiber of your being. But just hear me out. Now just try this. And there's no unicorn. Just get that, Jake, because there's no unicorn. There's just girls who are tolerable. That's it. They're just girls that are tolerable. There are girls that make it worth not being single anymore. Doesn't mean they're like, oh, dang. They're just girls. That's a unicorn. Let me define a Clary's unicorn is a girl who doesn't want you, who says, where you say, I don't want to be single anymore. That doesn't mean, oh my God, this is the Anne Margaret, who's a libertarian gunslinger. Oh my God. I thought, nope, that's soulmate territory. This is the girl where you're like, I'm done dating the other girls. That's it. They're still training. They're still, oh yeah. Well, you see, if you don't do that, here's what's going to happen. 3 moves. Girls are not able to think more than 2 moves down the road. They're not. You got to well, see, if you do A, then B will happen. And then C will happen. Okay. And then what's going to happen when C happens? Deer in headlights. D happens. Oh, yeah. Now that we spent 5 minutes talking about this, I could have solved the problem 10 minutes ago. But now you understand. But it's, don't worry, you guys will date. You'll find out. I could write a book, how to be the perfect girl. No one's going to read it. Girls might read, but they're not going to do what's in it. Will you get to my request soon? Yeah, I'm going to do that next. I'm kind of going through the emails right now. Yeah, she is real. She's a sweetheart, unlike Cappy. Exactly. She is real. I've had a bunch of gals, over the years, like, oh, yeah, you ever? Like, no, I've dated your kind before. Thank you. All right, that's it. More on the way. See you guys later, Toodles.